Winemakers in Sonoma County are at odds over how to boost their business. The wine industry is really suffering as people are drinking less alcohol.
KCRA 3's Ryan Curry was in Santa Rosa, where one idea has divided the community.
An important week for Adam Lee and his wine company. His workers are ready to bottle his wines that have been aging in these giant barrels.
This year, I think it's 25 more cases, so my sales are actually pretty good.
However, that is not the case for many in Sonoma County.
Talking to people who sell bottles and the like, their sales are down quite a bit.
Since peaking during the pandemic, wine companies are selling millions of fewer cases each year. A Gallup poll released this week shows people in general who are drinking alcohol is at a 90-year low.
You are seeing just an overall less interest in alcohol consumption as a whole, and that's affecting all of the wineries here.
Industry leaders are trying to think of ways to save business. Carissa Cruz is the CEO of Sonoma County Wine Growers. She, along with local hotel owner Joe Bartolome, are looking to start a wine improvement district. 1 to 2% of sales from tasting rooms would go towards a fund to help better market Sonoma's wineries. But that could also increase prices for consumers.
The wine marketplace is in crisis. We're really feeling it here as we think about how the impact trickles down to so many family businesses.
So many in the Sonoma wine business feel like they're stuck between a rock and a hard place. They need to do something to entice more people to come back to this area and drink more wine. But by passing that price on to consumers, some fear that will actually deter people from coming here.
I don't see it being a turn on for them. Certainly, I think they would look at it and say this is a turn off somehow.
Bartolome says his hotel guests have been paying a similar fee for 20 years that helps fund Sonoma County tourism.
Our hotels, our businesses are busier, and the county is doing better because of the work that they do.
But everyone in the county knows what is going on now can't continue.
So you need to do something.
We have to do something. I mean, doing nothing is more of this. We literally have farmers that aren't sure how they're going to pay the bills, not sure they're going to be able to keep their ranches and their vineyards planted.
Which makes them worry one of wine country's key sections will not be the same moving forward. In Sonoma County, Ryan Curry, KCRA 3 News.
The wine improvement district still in the early stages. 51% of wineries would need to vote in favor of the plan. Then it goes before the County Board of Supervisors, who would also need to approve it.